Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geek Blend. It's Tuesday, and I was just going through my Twitter feed and literally saw this article, so I was like, let's talk about it. This is from the Direct. Saw this on Twitter, follow them on Twitter, so saw this pop up. It's a Star Wars live-action connected universe rumor for Disney Plus. They link it to another website, which we'll get to in a second, but the trailer release of Star Wars Squadrons had fans' excitement at its peak. That's a little bit of an overstatement. Only for the high to be quelled with the announcement that this year's Star Wars Celebration was canceled. Yes, Celebration was canceled for 2020 and postponed to 2022, so they skipped 2021 altogether. I was going to get tickets secondhand, and I was going to wait to make sure it didn't get canceled, and I'm glad I did, because I did not want to be stuck with tickets that I couldn't return from buying them secondhand. It says, nonetheless, to tip the scales back in favor, a new rumor hints that fans will be rewarded with more Star Wars content soon enough, a plethora of content to be exact that will be connected in many ways. So the rumor is, according to LRM Online, a source at Lucasfilm states that the studio is planning to create a universe where all the Disney Plus shows will be connected with a central storyline. The plan is starting mid-2021 to have a Star Wars show releasing every quarter, which is quite a lot, with one big inspiration being the Game of Thrones series. The shows will be overseen by Dave Filoni, and the planned list includes The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano's live-action series, a Boba Fett show, an Ezra Bridger Admiral Thrawn show, and an untitled show starring a new character, which will probably end up being the Leslie Headland female-centric show that we heard about, that was confirmed on May 4th. For the Dave Filoni stuff, I know there's a lot of stuff going around about Filoni right now. It's probably not the best idea for him to take over. I wish it would be Favreau instead of Filoni. But anyway, so let's go over to LRM and take a look at this. This is LRM Online. I don't know about any of this website. I've heard stuff from the Direct. LRM I do not know about. Now, like I said, this is rumors. Take them with a grain of salt. They popped up on my news feed. I decided to just talk about it and make a quick video for you guys. So let's see what they say. They talk about Star Wars Squadrons, and they're really pumped for that, blah, blah. Then they got the sucky news celebrations canceled, blah, blah. We got that. Lucasfilm and Disney Plus are going all in, making sure that subscribers constantly have new Star Wars content all the time. The plan is starting mid-2021 to have a Star Wars show releasing every quarter. Like I said, that is quite a bit. With quarantine restrictions being lifted in a lot of places, that means they could be starting to shoot or get ready to shoot these shows anytime soon. It says, according to my source at Lucasfilm, the plan is to create a universe where all the shows will be connected with a central storyline. One big inspiration was the popular Game of Thrones series. They say, I know it's a weird comparison, but let me explain. Instead of making one epic Game of Thrones show, it'd be like if each family had their own show with a central storyline that spills over into the others. It says the shows will be overseen by none other than Dave Filoni, who has successfully adapted Star Wars to the small screen, starting with the Clone Wars, and then Rebels, and then The Mandalorian. We all knew they were grooming Filoni for big things, and this suite of shows is exactly what it was. Below is the initial lineup of live-action shows that Lucasfilm plans to tie together. So The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano show, Boba Fett series, which we've heard rumors about being a female, which doesn't make sense, by the way, an Ezra Bridger Grand Admiral Thrawn show, and a new character show that has not been announced yet. It says, I know some of you noticed that the Obi-Wan series is not part of this list. That is because this series will be a one-off that will exist on its own because it can't fit in these other shows' timelines. Duh. While this wasn't explicitly mentioned by the source, I would assume that the Cassian Andor series is the same. Again, not in the timeline that they're talking about, so it makes sense. There will be some shows that connect to this great new Filoni-driven vision, and some that don't. But that's not all. I have some more information about the future of Star Wars that I will be sharing later this week. Make sure to check back this week, blah, blah, blah. So they're going to leave us on the hook and say there's more coming this week. So I'm going to keep an eye on LRM and see what they've got coming this week. So they're going to saying that The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano show, Boba Fett series, Ezra Bridger and Thrawn series, and a new character show that's probably going to be introduced in The Mandalorian, because The Mandalorian doesn't have his own show anymore, of course. And they're all going to be connected, and Dave Filoni's going to be running that. There's some stuff Filoni said in the last few days that has come up from other interviews, like older interviews about his agenda and the female agenda in Star Wars. And, you know, I'm not really a fan of the stuff he said. And rewatching The Mandalorian a second time, you can tell he's not in charge. It's probably Favreau. It's Favreau's show. And Filoni only did a few things behind the scenes. It's Favreau's show. But if they're going to give Filoni the ropes to take over these shows and to connect everything together, and him kind of be like the Kevin Feige of this little timeline, this little show series they're going to give him, okay, that's fine. It doesn't mean it's going to be great, or it doesn't even mean it's going to be good. But we'll take a look and see. I mean, this is a rumor. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It's a possibility it's all bullshit, because I've never heard of this website. I mean, I probably have in the past, so I don't know if they've got credible sources or not. And they say there's going to have another big story coming up on their website this week, and we'll wait and we'll take a look at that too. But this is a rumor. I don't see this coming to fruition. An Ezra Bridger and Thrawn series, unless you watched Rebels or are a fan of the EU, you do not know who Grand Admiral Thrawn is. So, the fact they would put this on Disney Plus for normies to watch is not a big selling point. I just don't see it as something people are going to watch. I mean, yes, they'll say Star Wars. People are like, who the hell is Ezra Bridger? I mean, yes, Rebels is available to watch on Disney Plus, but are they going to tell you, like, hey, you should go back and watch Rebels before you watch this? And a lot of people don't like the animated stuff. So I just don't see that happening. An Ahsoka Tano series, maybe, but still, it's based off a character from an animated series. I don't know. And the fact that they're basing this off of Game of Thrones, or kind of going with the Game of Thrones vibe, or just why they brought up Game of Thrones when they talk about it's just going to be a connected series of shows, doesn't make sense. No, doesn't. It won't feel like Game of Thrones, so why bring up the Game of Thrones reference? So anyway, what do you guys think about this rumor? I know this was a quick video. There are so many rumors nowadays. There's not a lot of people to talk about at the moment, so a lot of people are getting information from their sources. So we'll see what comes true and what doesn't. But let me know down below in the comments what you guys think of this. Are you excited? Can you give two shits about this at all? Or do you think this is even going to happen? Also, if you want to interact with me on my social media, links are in the description below for like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, things like that. I'm most active on Twitter. If you guys want to reach out to me there, message me, or, you know, comment on one of my posts over there. So thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. If you would leave a like on the video, that would really help us out. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button for more. And hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all the videos we release here on the Geek Blend, including news videos like this that I'm going to be trying to do more often. So keep an eye out for those. I'm Jeff for the Geek Blend, and remember, if you geek about it, we'll speak about it. See you guys next time.